Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Spyro 3 Part 2. Now, it's only Part 2 and I am already fucking up, so I hope you're along for the ride. Now, if you might notice, Moneybags is not actually talking right now, even though he's actually talking to us. Well, that is because I fucked up and apparently my screen recording software got fucked up. And, well, it didn't actually record the game audio for the next 3 episodes, so I actually did my best to edit together all of the sounds. Luckily, I did get the cutscenes. Because there was 2 cutscenes, one that's in episode, well, this, and one that plays next time, no, not next time, in episode 4, there's one that plays, and I actually got the audio for these cutscenes. Not that it matters if I'm going to talk over them anyway, but that's neither here nor there. What is here is that, well, we're going to do our best to listen to it and best to get through it anyway. So anyway, we just agreed to pay Moneybags here 300 gems to buy Sheila's freedom. Because yes, apparently, actually,
flying ships, singing forests, wishing stones, you name it.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to be quiet a little bit there, and I talked over it anyway because, well, that's actually kind of an important cutscene for one. But yeah, we just bought Sheila's freedom, and well, what does buying Sheila's freedom get for us, you might ask? Well, it actually unlocks her as both a playable character and her home base as a level. And that's pretty important, well, because we're tackling the level today. Today's episode, Sheila's out. Let's go, everybody. So this is kind of our introduction. Yeah, I'm sure this is exactly what everybody wanted on the episode, but this is the way I've always done it, is that Sheila's Alp has always been the second thing that we do, other than cleaning up the homeworld. Because, well, it's kind of important to get Sheila unlocked because, well, the next level, the first level, Sunny Villa, well, you can't really finish the entire level unless you've done or have Sheila unlocked, and you need to do Sheila's tutorial first anyway, so it's kind of best when you get to one of the homeworlds, because, hint, this is not the only extra playable character in this game if you look at the box art. It's kind of just best to get it done and out of the way, like as one of the first things that you do when you get to a world. You might as well just go straight for it and just unlock the playable character. Just get it out of the way, just go start playing as that character. So that when you get to these subsections of the levels, which we'll see in tomorrow's episode, you can just go ahead and play as them, because if you don't unlock them, which we'll see probably in episode 5 or 6 or something along those lines, I haven't recorded that far ahead yet, so thankfully we should have sound back by then. It's not, well, just the game audio repeated over and over and over again. But if you notice the time in the bottom corner, yeah, we're not actually that bad off, because, well, these episodes aren't tremendously long for reasons that are pretty simple, because, well, I'm trying to keep these down so that I can produce them more frequently, because, well, these take apparently a lot of time to produce, especially when I fuck up. But that shouldn't surprise anyone now, should it? But anyway, we have already, while I've been ranting, unlocked our first egg. And let me get back real quick to that story element that I was going to talk about a few moments ago. Is that Sheila, when I was talking through that cutscene, talked about how the dragons actually used to live here. And that is kind of an important part to the story. And she was talking about some of the magic objects, because it actually gives the bad guys a little bit of a motive in a collectible platformer, which is really, really weird, because, I mean, I'm not saying that they're good guys, but because they're stealing dragon eggs, but they're stealing them because they're running out of magic in this world. In these worlds, which is why some of the portals to the later levels, because Cloud Spires is unlocked, but the last 2 plus the Speedway levels in this homeworld don't actually have any portal to them anymore, which is kind of an odd thing. But, well, actually, that might not be entirely true anymore. We might have unlocked enough eggs, because we're racking up eggs like crazy. No, wait, no, this is way too early for that. I am thinking like 3 levels ahead, because I have recorded up to part 4 already in terms of actual gameplay, and then I realized I fucked up afterwards, which is always where you want to be in Let's Play them, right? I mean, I checked the video real quick, and I didn't check the audio, and I should have checked the audio. Good lord. And yeah, I was thinking at first that it was Premiere fucking it up, because Premiere sometimes doesn't like to play audio when you bring files in, but no, it is not Premiere. It is sadly my recording software that just decided not to record this sound. I found out what it was, though. It was reading my audio interface wrong, because it was recording my, even though I did not have it set to record microphone, it was actually recording the audio in for my audio interface instead of the audio out, which is, well, where the game sound's going. So that's why. That's what'll be fixed in, I don't want to say the next part, the next batch of recordings I do, I guess. yeah, that is our second dragon egg, as you can see there. We have now gotten 2 of them for this world, which is always a pretty good place to be in when you're only, how many minutes are we? We're like, what, 5 minutes into the recording or something like that? Something along those lines. I usually put the big clock up when I do things like this, but I didn't put the clock up today for whatever reason, so I can't tell exactly where we are in the episode, and I can't tell how many minutes we have left. Because the only thing I can see from where I'm standing is actually the preview for the viewfinder itself. But also, this is an important part here. Speaking of, actually gameplay instead of all the shit I fucked up. This part always used to fuck me over as a kid because I didn't realize that you had to ground pound the huts so that they would stop it, even though they would tell you it in the game. I don't know, maybe I was just too young to actually care, but it's kind of important that you kind of knock those out first, because otherwise they're just going to keep spawning and spawning and spawning, and as you realize, they don't actually have gems. So, also, no, I'm not sure why the enemies actually have gems. That's one thing that was not actually explained in this game as opposed to the next one, I think. I don't think they ever bother explaining it in Spyro 3. I could be mistaken, obviously, but, I mean, that's my take on it as it is. Now, yeah, that's it for this. I managed to take out all the enemies. That's kind of the gimmick of this level, is you kind of have to help the goats along, and actually frequently many of the little helper levels is that you have to help their little friends along. But coming up here, after I get this last egg here and I explore a little bit, we're going to be coming up on one of mine and pretty much everybody's least favorite mechanics in the Spyro series, and that is the fact that you can pretty easily be missing 1 gem. Well, that is an odd placement of recording. Did I fuck something up? I hope I didn't fuck something up, but let me go back and check on that real quick. Alright, yeah, I didn't fuck anything up. It was just the Premiere decided to call itself to the front monitor because my preview monitor was taken over by episode 4, and I was rightfully confused for a moment because I could no longer see the active gameplay, and Premiere just pulled up the window because I guess it auto-saved and that called it to the front. But only the preview window and not the rest of Premiere. Premiere's kind of weird. Premiere's a weird beast, but I can't fault Premiere for any of the sound episodes. But as I was saying, one of everybody's least favorite things in this game is that you can be missing gems, and you could be like having to hunt through lots and lots of land trying to find gems. And guess what? That was loud as fuck, Premiere. I hope you didn't hear that on the microphone. That was episode 4 finishing rendering. Thank you, Premiere. But yeah, you can be missing gems pretty easily, and you can hunt all over the level for them, and well, if you don't realize it, you could be standing right next to them, which is exactly what happened to me. Yeah, so I spent many a time, like I had to traverse the whole level. I don't know why I pronounced it so oddly. I traversed the entire level, only to find, when I got back here, the gem was indeed right here the entire time. I spent like 5 to 10 minutes looking for that, but it's right here indeed, so yes. Now we have all 400 gems, we have all 3 eggs, we have that level complete symbol, which means we are perfectly clear to go back to the homeworld and do whatever it is that we have next, and I have completely forgotten, but I don't think it's actually that much. I think this episode is just about over, but more importantly, we've gotten Sheila unlocked for all of the other levels. We've gotten another level completed, and we're doing pretty good. 3 extra eggs today. Not really bad. Oh wait, I do remember. There's one other thing I wanted to show off today, and that is that I remembered that I wanted to show off how to get that, not the dragon egg, the dragonfly that's, or the butterfly, the extra life butterfly that's been sitting on top of the cave thing. Because I never shut that off, so that's what I did. I went over here, and this is how you do it. You just take the Superfly power up farther than you're supposed to, and you just go right here, and you have yourselves a 1-up. It's that simple.